After 35 games, it all comes down to this. Two teams, one round of fixtures remaining, and 0 points separating them. Who will become the Scottish Championship winners of the 2024-2025 season? Welcome back, guys, to Falk Football. What a day, what a night, should I say, of Scottish Championship action that we have. Two games will decide where this championship's going. We've got Falkirk taking on already relegated Hamilton in a battle of top of the table versus bottom of the table, and we have Livingston taking on Partick Thistle, which will certainly not be an easy game for Partick or Livingston. Both teams needing a win desperately. Livy needing to win to try and win the title, Partick needing a win to realistically stay in the playoff spot. So these are two massive games. Hamilton, as we know, they may be last in the table, but I don't think they're the worst team in the Scottish Championship, especially on current form. I would have to say they're a bit better than the worst team. I'd probably say that belongs to Queen's Park, maybe a Dunfermline, Airdrieonians, maybe a Greenock Morton. Actually, I think a Greenock Morton would be a good shout, but not Hamilton. I think Hamilton have been decent lately. Will they be decent enough though to stop Falkirk? We do not know, but we put a poll up who will be the Scottish Championships with only 2 games remaining. And interestingly enough, I think this poll, a lot of the votes were voted before the last round of fixtures, and there was a very, very high 90% for Falkirk, which makes sense because why wouldn't there be? Falkirk had a 3-point lead and a superior goal difference. Since then, no, we've seen Falkirk lose, we've seen Livingston win, and now it's head to head. It's level on points. I just wish, for a selfish standpoint, I wish that the goal difference was a lot closer, because how great would it be if we could see the league table change over the course of the night, with the goal difference playing a factor in that. And while yes, the league table still can change, we can see Livy go top and then Falkirk re-overtake them, etc. You kind of feel like if Falkirk go in front against Hamilton at home, they will probably see it out. It will probably be game over. Whereas if the goal difference was closer, if the goal difference was level or had 1 in it, Falkirk beating Hamilton might not be enough if Livy, let's say, beat Partick 4 or 5 goals to 0. But unfortunately, it's not really going to matter. If Falkirk win, and if Falkirk are beating Hamilton, then they're going to be the champions. There's not really a lot Livingston can do about it. So yeah, I wish the goal difference was closer. But either way, if Livingston can get an early lead, and if Falkirk don't get in front at Hamilton, if Falkirk go into half-time and they're still drawing, then that will be very interesting. I'm sure there'll be a few nervous arses down at Falkirk. So look, lots to play for. Should be a good game. 75% are going with Falkirk, 25% are going with Livy. Majority of that 25% is after Falkirk lost their last game and brought it level on points, which is fair enough. If we have a quick look at the form though, just wanted to look at Livy's form so we can see that they have improved towards the end of the season there. I mean, people probably thought that their title hopes were maybe done after losing those 3 games in a row. Livy lost to Ayr, Raith and Queen's Park. Then they went on a decent run with 5 wins out of 6. But they followed up with 3 draws, and I remember thinking around that time that was probably the title over, when they drew with Partick, Raith and Airdrieonians, only picking up 3 points out of 9. I thought that was them done. They then beat Falkirk, and you thought potentially could be a title fight back on, but they lost to Dunfermline, and everybody believed that was a nail in the coffin. I believed that was a nail in the coffin, but since then they've won 4 games, and we'll see right now Falkirk have pretty much just fallen off a cliff. You can see in their last 5 games they've only picked up 1 victory, and the other 4 games they've got a single point from. So people are saying that Falkirk have bottled it. People are saying that Falkirk's form is terrible, that they've thrown it away, that they're playing shit right now. I don't agree with that. Yes, Falkirk's last 5 games, the results have been awful, but I think it's important to look at who they've actually played in the last 5 games. Alright, they beat Greenock Morton 5-0. Congratulations to them. In my opinion, outside of Queen's Park, Greenock Morton, arguably the worst team on form right now in the Championship. Outside of that, though, the 4 games that they didn't win, They lost to Falkirk, they lost to Raith, and they lost to Partick Thistle. Then they had a draw against Ayr United. Out of those 4 teams, all 4 of those teams, they're in the top 5, along with Falkirk. So in Falkirk's, out of the 4 games that they haven't won in their last 5, it's all been against top 5 opposition. So, and even Partick and Raith, any one of them who they've both lost to in the last 2 games, any one of them could still get into the playoffs. So Falkirk have not been, losing to bad teams as of late. It's not like Falkirk all of a sudden have absolutely turned to shit and they're losing to like the dross of the division. These games that they've been losing against, the better teams in the championship. So it's not like Falkirk have completely went off the boil. I don't think that's the case. And now they're taking on Hamilton. Hamilton that they drew with back in March 2-2. I think if Hamilton had something to play for, I think if Hamilton weren't already confirmed to be relegated, this could be a very good match. But we just don't really know what Hamilton is going to turn up. So, yeah, unfortunately for Livy, if Falkirk win, there's not a lot they can do about it. If Falkirk don't win, though, then obviously that opens up the title for Livy. But, Livy are taking on Partick Thistle. The form suggests that they will probably win because they win. They've won their last 3 games at home. They've won their last 4 games in general. I believe that they probably will beat Partick Thistle. However, it's not a gimme, especially with Partick in the battle for the playoffs. There could be Livingston could lose that game. I don't think it'll happen, but Livingston could lose that game. It wouldn't be the biggest shock ever. And if that's the case, then Falkirk will win the title, even with a defeat against Hamilton. So it's really all on Livy. They need to win and then just see what Falkirk do after that. So I wish it was closer in goal difference. It would make it a lot more interesting. I wish Falkirk had an away tie against a team that had something to fight for. But unfortunately, Falkirk, they have stumbled. But maybe their saving grace is they're taking on the team that literally are bottom, the team that will literally be in League One next year, and the team that literally, will just be crushed at the moment. They'll be downhearted. They ain't going to be full of confidence. They're going to be, the morale's going to be poor. And, if I don't think Falkirk could have asked for, well, probably would rather Queen's Park or Greenock Morton, to be honest, but, Falkirk, they've been lucky, I think, that they've got this, very winnable game in their last match. Let's look at the comments. So, Graham Fine later says, Moan Falkirk, don't let Livy back up. SP, suck the life out of the league. Empty stadium, no fans, bad for the league. I agree, and I think we all feel that way. However, there must be some Livy fans out there that must hate these comments. People must be like, everyone hates us, nobody wants us in the league, and I guess it must be shit for them. But Falkirk will bring higher attendances. They will bring more fans, and that will bring better atmospheres and stuff to games. I get it, Livingston, sometimes they sell a bigger parts of their stadium. They give the tickets away to the away fans, but I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. It almost gives away your home advantage as well. So Warrior Mar the First says, come on the Falkirk. DM says, Falkirk's arse have collapsed many points they dropped from a position of complete superiority. Wow. They don't want to pay the money for the grass they will need. That could be it. Maybe they don't want to pay the money. Livy, they need to get a grass pitch anyway, so what does that matter? Gorguts for Congress, Falkirk on the last day of the season. And that's how it's looking. If you were a betting man, I think you would bet Falkirk to go up on the last day of the season, because there's a good chance that Falkirk could draw or lose and they'll still win. So, yeah, Livingston are the team that need to push it. Livingston are the team that need to win. Falkirk just need to match whatever Livingston do, and they've got the easier game as well. So, Falkirk right now, massive favourites, but we'll see what happens, their form's been not great recently. Livy's form's been pretty good. What's going to happen Friday night? We'll find out, guys. 2 games, both of them live. You can watch them both on BBC. Falkirk Hamilton, BBC Scotland. Livy Partick Thistle is on BBC The Red Button. So yeah, should be a good night of football. We'll catch you back for the review. Till next time though, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and peace.